It is a beautiful morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show, coming to you from Carnival Radio. This is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Voyikola. Good morning and welcome once again. This morning on Newspaper Review, I came with different newspapers and each of them with interesting stories. I have the Punch with me, I have the Vanguard newspaper, I have the Post, and I have the Nation newspaper. Before we read the news in details, we will first read the headlines. Starting from the Punch newspaper. Federal government overshoots borrowing limit as new debt reaches 12.62 trillion naira. EFCC faces credibility questions over asset auction. Bandit raid Zamfara Polytechnic rector's residence, kill guard, abduct other resident. And now to the news in details. Federal government overshoots borrowing limit as new debt reaches 12.62 trillion naira. The federal government exceeded its 2024 borrowing target by 4.79 trillion naira after a wider projected budget deficit forced to raise significantly more financing than originally planned. The Budget Office of the Federation has disclosed. According to the latest fourth quarter and consolidated budget implementation report for 2024, the federal government's new borrowing rose to 12.62 trillion naira, exceeding the budgeted 7.83 trillion naira by 4.79 trillion naira or 61.2%. The higher borrowing requirement followed the substantial revenue shortfall, which pushed the fiscal deficit to 13.51 trillion naira, well above the approved deficit of 9.18 trillion naira. The report showed that aggregate federal government revenue stood at 20.93 trillion naira compared with the budget estimate of 25.88 trillion naira, representing a shortfall of 4.90 trillion naira. Total expenditure, however, amounted to 34.49 trillion naira, only 561,029 billion naira below the approved estimate of 35.06 trillion naira, indicating that the wider fiscal gap was driven primarily by weaker revenue rather than higher spending. It's added that deficit also exceeded the 10.55 trillion naira recorded in 2023, showing the increasing pressure on the country's public finances. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. For more details, please visit the Punch. Federal government overshoots borrowing limit as new debt reaches 12.62 trillion naira. Meanwhile, EFCC faces credibility questions over asset auction. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has come under fresh scrutiny over its decision to auction seized vehicles through a platform it intends to manage, with the Nigerian Association of Auctioneers accusing the anti-graft agency of undermining transparency, accountability, and due process in the disposal of forfeited assets. The association said allowing the EFCC to investigate financial crimes, seize assets, retain custody of them, and subsequently conduct their save amounts to a conflict of roles capable of eroding public confidence in the asset recovery process. Speaking with the newsmen, the president of the Nigerian Association of Auctioneers, Benjamin Isibo, insisted that the commission lacked the legal basis to function as both custodian and seller of assets recovered from suspected criminals. According to him, the association had previously challenged a similar move during the tenure of former EFCC chairman Ibrahim Mago. The news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. EFCC faces credibility questions over asset auction. In the meantime, bandits raid Zamfara Polytechnic rector's residence, kill guard, abduct other residents. Suspected bandits have attacked the residence of the rector of the Federal Polytechnic, Kaura, Namoda, Zamfara State, Dr. Hamino Yusuf, killing his security guard and abducting several residents during coordinated raids across the town. Crisis reporter covering the Northwest region, Bakastain, disclosed the incident in a post shared via its ex-handle, saying the attack occurred in the early hours of Tuesday. According to the newsman, the government invaded Kaura Namoda at about 1 a.m. and targeted the rector's residence, where they shot dead a security guard, identified as Isa Yakamba. Yusuf reportedly escaped with his wife and daughter by scaling the perimeter fence of the residence. He was said to have sustained a leg injury while fleeing. The newsman further stated that the gunmen later stormed Ayin Baguso, where they abducted the wife and daughter of a resident identified simply as Ibrahim. An attempt to invade the residence of businessman Alhaji Salisu Azaria was, however, foiled after security personnel responded promptly, forcing the assailant to flee. The news was sourced from the Post newspaper. Bandits raid Zamfara Polytechnic rector's residence, kill guard, abduct other residents. To bring this newspaper review to a close this morning, here is the recap of headlines. Federal government overshoots borrowing limit as new debt reaches 12.62 trillion naira. EFCC faces credibility questions over asset auction. Bandits raid Zamfara Polytechnic rector's residence, kill guard, abduct other residents. And with that, we've come to the end of this newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and App iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. And here remains to see for you color. Good morning, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.
You're listening to Carnival.